Hi, my name is Becky. I'm a Christian. I have ADHD and bipolar type 2, and I'm sharing my story with you. And this is the first video of the video series of my life story. I was a daughter, number 3. I mean, obviously a daughter. Okay, I'm daughter number 3 out of 5 girls. Sorry, I'm trying to read my notes because I don't want to get distracted or lost because I have ADHD. So there were 5 of us girls, and I was the middle. I was girl number 3. My dad was a fundamental, evangelical, conservative Baptist preacher. My mom was a stay-at-home mom for the most part, and I was the bad one. I was the black sheep. I was the annoying one. I asked too many questions. I talked too much, and I would talk before really thinking about it. Like example, my 3rd grade teacher came to my house with her husband looking for a place to get, her fiance, and they were gonna get married, and they were looking at my dad's church as a possible place for their wedding. And they walk in the house, and he had like a wide jaw, I guess like a muscular jaw maybe. Anyways, his face was just wider than like the average person. So he walks in the door, and I go, "Oh, your face is wider than I thought it would be." And I wasn't trying to be bad or mean. I thought it and I said it. And they just kind of like, awkward laugh it off. And then when they left, my mom was like, "Becky, don't say that. Don't say it about people." Things like that would just happen where I would like, oh, I was mean, I was bad, and I wasn't trying to be. Oh man, like, how do I know if I'm going to be bad? Like, how do you know if you're about to say something bad when you don't think it is? And I wasn't trying to be. And I remember like our car trips. My mom's parents lived hours and hours away. So when we take those really long trips, I'd be talking, and then nobody's listening to me, and I would get angry, and my sister would be like, "Well, nobody listens because you're just always talking all the time." And it was just like, like I was sharing, my thoughts, my ideas, my feelings, I don't even know what I was talking about, but it just, nobody's listening to me because I talk too much. And I remember my dad saying something like, "Oh, Becky, please, like, just until the clock says 12:00, just no more talking, no more questions." I mean, I guess I was wearing them out. So just all these little times throughout my childhood of just realizing like, oh, I'm too much. I'm not good enough. I don't fit. I guess if I'm gonna be okay and accepted, I have to change who I am all the way down to my core, because when I'm just being myself, that's not okay. I get in trouble. When I'm just bad without even knowing it. Like and just this constant fear of like, how do I know if I'm about to be bad? How do I know if I'm gonna get in trouble? Like, I didn't know I wasn't trying to be. And my dad just had a lot of rules. He followed Bill Gothard when he was a teenager. That's when Bill Gothard was starting to get a following, get bigger. If you don't know who Bill Gothard is, you probably know who the Duggars are on TV. I mean, their show's canceled now, but they really follow his teachings even more so than my dad did. But I guess it gives you kind of an idea of what his teachings are. And so there's just a lot of rules of like, shorts have to be so long, and tank top straps have to be so wide, and shirts have to be so loose, pants have to be so tight, so loose, pants had to be loose. Yeah, tight pants were not okay. And, swimsuit, have to cover it. Just lots and lots of rules. I didn't understand it. Like, okay, you can't say words like heck or fart like that's rude, that's bad language, or lots and lots of rules. And like, I couldn't watch the same shows my friends did, I couldn't listen to the same music my friends did, so I just always felt like an outsider, didn't feel like I fit in, couldn't relate to people. And not that maybe necessarily I should have been allowed to do everything they did, it just added to the feeling of I don't fit, I don't belong, I'm not okay, I'm weird. So I really struggled to make friends. I was kind of shy. I didn't have any confidence to just put myself out there and to be friendly. I was just so afraid of being rejected, of like, what if I asked to play with them and they say no? What if I try to play with them and they don't like me? Maybe I'll just sit here and wait for someone to come over and be friends with me. I struggled with anger a lot as a kid, and I didn't know what to do with it. I would just hear something like, stop being angry. Why are you so angry? Just, be happy. I would especially get angry at things like a Game Boy. My mom got like one of those really old little Nintendo Game Boys with you just hold in your hand, with the Dr. Mario and the Tetris and the Super Mario. And I was probably like, I don't know, 9 or 10 when she got that, and I'd play, and as soon as I would like lose, I'd get so angry I'd want to throw it. I remember actually throwing it when my friend was over. I got so mad I just threw it in the chair, and she was just like, and I was like, oh, oops, that was a little much. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I definitely see the ADHD popping up through my childhood. The bipolar I could see start when I hit puberty. I was playing basketball in, I was grade 6, I guess. I started playing basketball, and I just assumed they would teach me how to play, and I didn't know how to play. I just assumed they would teach me the rules and everything, but they didn't, and I was too afraid to say, actually, I don't know how to play this game, can you teach me how? So I just figured I would learn it as I went along, and you can definitely see the grandiosity of the bipolar, of like, oh, I'm going to be great because I want to be great, so I will be great, and I'm going to play well, and I'm going to shoot and make the baskets, and practice. I mean, why do I need to practice? I'll be great, and just missing and just being so mad at myself. I remember my mom commenting at the end of a game like, Becky, you just looked so mad. Why were you so mad? You just looked mad. And I'm thinking, yeah, I was really mad because I missed it, and I was so disappointed in myself. Like, no, I shouldn't have missed. I should have made it. Why did I miss? I was supposed to make it, and I could have made it. Just some weird fluke happened, and I just missed, and it's not fair. Definitely the extreme of the extreme anger, and just and also depression, and having those moments of extreme confidence, and like, I'm just gonna say this to my teacher, and oh, oops, got in trouble. Or like, and also the downtimes of like, oh, nobody likes me, nobody wants to be my friend, I'm just really a dork, and I'm not cool, and I can't even try to pretend to be cool. See, I had a lot of fear as a kid of the tribulation and being left behind. I was constantly doubting my salvation. Every time there was an altar call, I would pray, hoping maybe this time it would stick. This time I actually had enough faith. And I was just always doubting my salvation. And, I'd hear stuff like, oh, well, if you believe, then you're saved. And that's just Satan trying to make you doubt. And now in hindsight, it's like, oh, wait, no, actually, that was the Holy Spirit trying to tell me, you're not saved. You need to be saved. You're not saved. Don't have confidence that you're saved. I didn't know, when you hear, oh, you just believe Jesus is the Son of God, he died for your sins, and once again, you'll be saved. Okay, I believe that. Like, I've believed it my whole life. I can't remember a time when I didn't believe it. So I guess I'm saved, right? I mean, I'm supposed to be. I was baptized as a kid, and I did it so I could get attention. It wasn't really like I really wanted to follow Jesus. I still wanted to go my own way. I wanted to live life my own way and then die and go to heaven, and that way I'd have the best of both worlds. Because if I really commit to Christ, he will ruin my life. He will make me a missionary somewhere far away and horrible. And if I say, God, I'll do whatever you want, He's gonna make a fool of me. He's gonna make me do weird things, and he's gonna make me so embarrassed and be like, all right, Becky, I want you to stand up in the middle of church and just start shouting these, whatever. I was just so terrified. He's gonna make me look crazy. And so I just wanted to keep my distance. It's like, he just wants to give me rules that I hate. He just wants to make me do stuff that I don't want to do. And so I just, yeah, I kept my distance for a long time. As growing up, I felt unloved. I did not feel special or valued. I did not feel wanted. I always liked boys ever since kindergarten. Always had a crush on at least one boy at a time, usually more than one. And for some reason, I had a thing for older boys. I think because I really craved the attention from my dad and I didn't get enough. So if there was an older boy that was paying attention to me, I just like latched on. Like, oh, please pay attention to me. Please have a crush on me. Like, yeah, I mean, I had plenty of crushes on boys, and it didn't seem like any had a crush on me until, you know, I was a teenager, and then I didn't know how to handle it. I really wanted boys to like me. I would try to get boys to like me, and then as soon as they started to show interest, I'd be like, back off. And I actually ended up going out with the first guy in our youth group that asked me, even though I didn't like him. I mean, I liked him as a friend. I guess I really wanted a boyfriend. I just had a weird relationship with guys. I really didn't know how to handle that. And then when I did finally have boyfriends as an older teen, I think I kind of scared them away. I think I was a little much, I guess. Yep, okay, I think that's everything for this one, and I will make the next one about my teen years.